Here we go. Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh. Tuesday post week 1 of the NFL season. If you guys are anything like me, then you know you absolutely loved everything that happened this weekend. Good, bad, and different, because football is entirely back. I see you guys rolling in chat, by the way. I've been seeing you guys rolling in chat across every single platform for the past 5 minutes while I've been sitting here kind of getting dialed in before we get this thing rolling. But thank you guys for being here, man. It has been a crazy start to the season. We've got really cool things on the way, really cool updates, a lot of stuff going on, new videos, new breakdowns, new film breakdowns, all of it. And you guys are here for it. So I'm really glad you guys are here. Man, we've got so much to talk about. So much to talk about. I'm gonna let you guys kind of roll in on chat. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Man, you guys are going crazy. YouTube's crazy. Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. I'm seeing you guys. I'm reading off chat. Thank you guys so much. Packers might be elite. Packers definitely look elite. Definitely look elite. NFC North looks suspect. Or maybe it's just because the Packers look so good. I don't know. But I love that you guys are here. Love that you guys are learning a lot from the breakdowns. We're going to keep this really conversational today. We've got a bunch of different talking points, some updates, some new things going on in my life, new freaking exciting things all across the board. But I do want to give a massive shout out to our friends at EA for bringing this show to life, putting the resources behind it, making sure we're staffed, have the producer locked in. We've got everything going. Can we give a little shout out in chat to producer Roddy in the background of this? Would love that from you guys. Producer Roddy is live in my ear-ish from France. He is in France right now, traveling across the world, and set all of this show up so that we could go and cook on live, talking ball with assets, graphics, all of it. Shout out producer Roddy. We love producer Roddy here. Also, can we give a quick shout out as well to Hot Rod, our editor? We have a Roddy and a Hot Rod, 2 different people, same immaculate vibes. Shout out to Hot Rod. If you guys are on YouTube, you know that Hot Rod has been helping me cook these videos for a really long time, and he has been just dialed in, making sure we have everything we need. Long nights of editing videos, long nights of flipping around clips, all of that. But we got one more shout out. Let's give a shout out to Chase in chat. Chase is our thumbnail guy. He's been crushing it for maybe 2 years, but he's not just our thumbnail guy. He gets the graphics set up. He gets everything dialed in. We have a full team that does this behind the scenes. It is not just me riffing on Twitter. All of those graphics you see, all of the videos spliced together, the thoughts, all of this on Instagram, the things that you guys see kind of do numbers on TikTok and Instagram. Chase and Roddy cooking it up. Appreciate you guys, all of you. Now let's get this thing started, man. We've got some updates. First things first. It does take a village. We got a hell of a village, a hell of a team. Also, if you guys didn't like the content, we wouldn't have anything going for us. So thank you guys for liking the content, for everybody that's here today. But where do we start? We have a show script, and Roddy might start getting tight cheeked, but I want to talk about what I'm doing this weekend, guys. I had some people reach out to me, and they asked me if I would want to host this event that they're doing with a sponsor that they needed to call in the big dogs for. And I got a message, maybe it was last week, about potentially doing this opportunity. But your boy's going to Tennessee, Georgia this weekend. And I'm going to be hosting a college football 26 matchup between country star Tucker Wetmore and YouTube star Bordeaux. Tucker's going to be UT. Bordeaux is going to be Georgia. They're going to clash together. It's going to be on Friday. I'm assuming it's going to be live everywhere. I know it's going to be live everywhere. I don't know why I said I assume that. I like to have some discretion with that. But I'm going to be hosting Tucker Wetmore versus Bordeaux in college football 26 in Tennessee at UT. It's going to be crazy. I cannot wait to go. And then I'm going to the game the next day. So need all of you guys' predictions. Also, for those of you that are Knoxville people, need all of the things to do, the things I got to see. I've been to Knoxville once when I was a high school recruit, went to a camp there, was an undersized late bloomer, just slinging it around. Didn't get the offer, but was slinging it. So that's my experience with the University of Tennessee. But yeah, that's what we're doing this weekend. It's going to be awesome. Now, let's talk about some Madden updates. Also, appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking rolling, man. We need head-to-head playoffs. Hey, EA, you see it. Everything they're requesting. Head-to-head playoffs. All right. Let's talk about some Madden updates. Micah Parsons is officially a Green Bay Packer, okay? And we got to see Micah Parsons officially being a Green Bay Packer and what it looked like, and it was a really, really good look for the Green Bay Packers. And what I will say is, even though I believe he only had 1 sack in the game, the best part about it was Micah Parsons elevated everybody on the defensive line. Every single person on the defensive line got elevated because he was there. Their back end in the pass coverage was better because he's there. He got more double teams, which allowed more solo blocks for the other defensive linemen to eat. I'm looking at Van Ness. I'm looking at Rashawn Gary. I'm looking at all these guys that, in my opinion, are going to have a hell of a year. And I think that the Packers are absolutely the team to beat in the NFC North. And I love that they traded for Micah Parsons. I love that they gave away future picks in a win now scenario, because at this point, the Packers have some guys on pretty generous spots in their contracts. A lot of young players. I think they're still the youngest team in the league. But when you look at this across the board, okay, one player for them elevates everything on defense, changes the flow of the game, changes even like the run game. Like the Lions were like one of the best running teams in the league last year. Terrible in the run against the Packers. And I'm not going to try to like jump to too many things up front. It's still week 1 of the NFL, but I think some teams showed that they were a little bit more ready for week 1 than others. And some teams showed that they are ready to roll, and this will be their identity. Okay. Some teams start slow, some start fast. I think we saw the Packers' identity on Sunday. And I also know, we'll be talking about it later in the show, we will be seeing the Packers' identity come to life again in a team that went to the NFC Conference Championship game in the Commanders on Thursday night, which, holy crap, I cannot wait to see. I will be watching that live from a hotel room. I think we're going to be staying in Chattanooga before we get to Knoxville, but I cannot wait. I'm seeing chat. Roland Cooper is also a young stud. Yes, he is. They're looking like a playoff team. They look like the team to beat, in my opinion. I don't know. You guys tell me. For me, they look like the absolute team to beat. And the Lions, I think when you're looking at the line, like when I talk about the Packers, I got to talk about everybody. And when I'm looking at the Lions, I've had question marks about Jared Goff for a while now. I think he's solid when all things are well. I think that when things are not well, I think he's pretty pedestrian. And we saw him look not well in that game because he can't create. And same thing, like I know we watched the game last night. A lot of you guys watched the game with the Bears and the Vikings. JJ McCarthy started off so slow, missing throws, pick 6, like couldn't really do a whole lot. But what saved him at the end of the game? His willingness to rip it. He's got a strong enough arm, and his ability to extend plays with his feet. Caleb Williams had a pretty solid game in my opinion. He missed some throws. Everyone's going to talk about the throws he missed, but I think he played pretty well. Some of the plays that he had should have been sacks. If he was somebody like Jared Goff, he would have been sacked. But I just think the way that the NFL is going right now, you need a quarterback that can move. And if you can't move as a quarterback, it definitely puts your team kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit. And I think that's what we're seeing more around the league. You look at the Jets, like Justin Fields. I don't know why people quit on Justin Fields so early, but Justin Fields had a hell of a game against the Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers defense is pretty good. They didn't have a great game, but part of it's in fact that Justin Fields played a really good game. But I just think the things that are being valued in the NFL now, they're changing. The NFC North is changing. And it looks to me like the top dogs in the NFC North are the Green Bay Football Packers. And I love it. I'm really happy. I'm so happy they won. I'm happy for my friends on the team still. And I'm just really happy that week 2 of the NFL is already around the corner because I am so happy that it's back. I see you guys rolling in chat. We'll take a moment to answer some of the questions. The traditional style of quarterback is dead. That is 100% true. Back to when I was being recruited in high school, like I got passed up on offers to schools, and I was more of like the modern style where I like to scramble, throw on the run. Like I'm 6'3", I was like 215 to 220 when I was playing. But when I was being recruited, I was like 205. They were taking the quarterbacks that were 6'5", 230 statues that like they couldn't move, but that's what they were looking for 10 to 15 years ago. And now, I mean, yeah, talking about Mahomes was running a lot more than he has been in the past few years, and they needed him to. And I just think, man, you got to be able to move in this league, and it's proving itself to be true time and time and time again. So that's what we got. But man, all that to say, Micah Parsons is now on the Green Bay Packers in Madden. Let's go. You guys in chat are amazing. Drake May defies the odds. All right, but also, even more important, the NFL kickoff rosters are now live. Week 1 rosters are accurately reflected in the game as of this morning. Obviously, we've had some things go down in the NFL. I think Tank Bigsby, correct me if I'm wrong, was just traded to the Eagles. Producer Roddy's probably just tweaking right now. From the reports that I saw, they're looking to get him into the return game because kickoff returns in the NFL are a very big deal. Also, I don't know if you guys saw the game last night. Part of the reason why the Vikings won, their punt return team got the ball to midfield-ish, I believe 2 to 3, maybe 4 times last night, leaving short fields for the Vikings offense to operate. That changed the entire game. Not to mention the Bears missing a field goal. Like special teams, like if you wipe everything weird that happened in that game last night, special teams, missed field goal, punt returns, big kickoff returns, like special teams influenced the game crazily last night. So teams that are investing in it, typically the Eagles are ahead of the curve because they're smart. Also, I love the Eagles to win this week. I think the Eagles are going to be the Chiefs in Arrowhead. But hey, here we go. This is not a prediction show necessarily as much as it is. Let's just talk some more ball. Also, guys, for those of you that are here, Twitch drops, okay? Madden Ultimate Team, Benkert Dimes playbook. Some of you guys saw the playbook, played with it in head-to-head. If you guys stay around for the first 15 minutes, you get my Benkert Dimes playbook as a drop in Ultimate Team. This is Twitch drops. I believe there is a way to connect drops to YouTube, but it's a little bit more complicated in today's day and age. However, Twitch, they got you covered. Also, after that, the 30 minutes, you get a Twitch pack for watching. And after an hour, you get another Twitch pack. So in this show, from watching, you get rewarded with drops. You get my playbook after 15, Twitch pack after 30, and another Twitch pack after 60. Even if you're not listening to me yap, keep that tab open, big dog. So we got motion. All right. Now, also, we do have the Madden Championship Series Kickoff Challenge, which starts tomorrow. Also, we have a special guest at the end of the show. We will be bringing in none other than Clef for a little bit of an interview. It will be sick. We've got Madden pros that will be popping on. We've got Madden pros that we will be watching. Also, I know you guys really like the film breakdown videos. We're going to be doing some Madden film breakdowns live. We'll do them pre-recorded. We'll do it all in between because I do think there's a lot to be said and to be learned from watching these guys play. If you go back to last night, okay, look at Ben Johnson and the Bears. Ben Johnson asked Cairo Santos, who I used to play Fortnite with back in the day, back in 2018, to kick the ball out of the back of the end zone to save them the 5 seconds prior to the 2-minute warning. I believe it was 2 seconds, 5 seconds. Kick the ball out of the back of the end zone. That gives them one more stoppage of a clock, which would save them 40 seconds of real time in the game. Well, Cairo Santos doesn't have a boot. He's more of an accurate kicker. Doesn't have a boot. Could not kick the ball out of the back of the end zone. Okay, what would a Madden pro do? 1, he would know that his guy can't get out of the back of the end zone. 2, he would just kick it sideways, out of bounds, and then they can't return it and it doesn't stop the clock, and it saves you 40 seconds. All that to say that one decision that Madden pros make regularly, because Madden pros play the game, 10, 15, 20 times a day, if not more, okay? NFL head coaches, how many times are they in that situation in a year? Maybe 1. And that's not a situation you're going to fabricate in practice, okay? And so for me, just want to make a call out, maybe NFL teams should have Madden pros in an ear or as a consultant on a team for situational football, because I'm telling you right now from my time in the league, there are so many situational football blunders because head coaches are right here with their call sheets and their plans and whatever they got to do, that they're not thinking of, okay, maybe my kicker can't kick it out of the back of the end zone. Oh, shoot. I can just have him lag like in Madden and kick it out of bounds sideways. Save the clock. Because the field position means nothing. You kick it out of bounds, goes back to the 40? If you kick it out of bounds, the penalty takes you to the 40. If you kick it out of the back of the end zone in the NFL now, where does it take you? The 35. Okay? All of this to say, I don't know who's in whose ear about what in the NFL, but every single week, we see it. And maybe we'll start having a segment. Maybe we'll start having a segment on this show of what a Madden pro would do. Because every single week you see these situations pop up where it's clock mismanagement, wasting timeouts, not using timeouts in the right spot, not kicking it out of bounds or through the end zone. Like, also, yeah, Baltimore, 4th and 2, punt. We'll get to that in the show. I did a long video on that. But yeah, like those types of things. What are you going to do? Josh Allen has put up 38 points and you're going to leave him the ball left with a minute, I believe a minute and a timeout. You're going to give Josh Allen the ball back with a minute and a timeout. And all he needs is 3 when they've already put up 38 and your defense is starting to get tired and they're injured and you're not strapping anybody. I mean, 2 teams this weekend. Last 2 games, by the way. The last 2 games of this NFL viewing cycle, week 1. One had a 99.1% chance of winning and they lost. The other one had a, I think 92% chance, that was the Bears, of winning and they lost. That's all I'm going to say. But I digress. Because now we've also got to talk about Madden Championship Series and why we're bringing Clef on, because we want to talk about the 2026 Madden Championship Series kickoff. It is the challenge with $150,000 on the line. These guys are going to compete for a lot of money, and their decision making is going to be paramount. The finals will be live on September 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern on Madden NFL's Twitch. Let's ride. And now, should we get into some teaching time, guys? Want to talk about some of my favorite plays of the week? Let's go get into it. One of my favorite play calls of the week, and I'm not going to say this was the best play of the week, but let's watch this play out because this play looked awfully familiar. Also, look at this. Hands free. Look at our guy. Oh, let me turn up the, oh, look at him. Roddy cooking in the background. This play, when I saw it, looked awfully familiar.
Rodgers.
A little switch release wheel, back shoulder.
Up in the air.
Look at that. Vintage Aaron Rodgers. One more time. Absolute vintage Aaron Rodgers.
Up in the air.
Bang. Back shoulders. 1, we know we love back shoulders in Madden. Why? Because freeform settings allow you to do that. 2, did you guys see the switch release there? It reminds me of my playbook that I like to run with the halfback scissors, where it's got halfback scissors, it's got tight end switch. Well, they ran that switch concept with the let me mute this real quick, with the slot receiver. But let's see. You've got eyes on man, he's man. Oh, messed up. Looks like they busted. Look at this. You've got man here. They've got, oh man, this play is so good. I really like how they ran this too, by the way. Fake toss with a pulling guard. Look at the flow that it gets from these backers, okay? Because these backers, in theory, should be in man unless they bust. Because it looks like his eyes are on the running back and that's his guy. And it looks like that's his guy. And this is the plug backer. So what I believe that they're in, unless they've completely busted, is I believe that they're supposed to be an 11 plug, which puts man, and a plug backer. But when they fake the toss and have the pulling guard, it gets everybody out of whack. Because he's not playing man, he's retracing like he could have. I mean, Aaron obviously could have thrown it there. There's safety in the middle of the field. But man, I love that. I love this route. I love the switch release, turn up. I love the ball placement. The Jets, man. The Jets had a really good game, I'd say, across the board. They faltered at the end. But sometimes when you try to do a lot of funky things on defense and mix your mans, mix your zones, try to disguise things, it gets you out of position and leads to easy first downs. And that's what we got to see in this. So let's get it. Let's see. Should we go? What do you guys think? Seeing chat going. How do I claim rewards for watching? I believe you have to link your EA account to your Twitch, and that will get you set up. What up, gang? Seeing everybody chime in chat. Can we compare it to the Keon Coleman back shoulder fade? All right, let's go hop into Madden, guys. Boop, boop, boop. We're going to go get into some practice mode and talk about some of these plays. Let me go get here real quick. Bang. Got to swap it over so I can see what we're doing here. Can hang out and chat for a second because we do it live. All right. I just think there's a lot of really good teachings to be had from what we see on Sundays to how they come to life in Madden. Let me get it all pulled up. Let's see, drops. Yes, sir. Yep, your drops. Connect your Twitch and your EA account, and you will get your drops all dialed in. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Man, this NFL season just feels a little bit different. Screen capture, gameplay, bang. All right. One of us. One of us. Let's go, man. All right. Everybody, if your drops are working and tracking, connected but they're not showing. Let me text the group. Let me text our guys. Thank you guys for calling it out. EA. People saying drops not tracking. Just checking. Okay, got it. Got the text sent in. We are good to go. All right, let's go get into the training camp, team practice. All right. Oop. Let's go. Steelers. I wonder if they have it in the playbook, but we can definitely doctor it up. Steelers, Jets. Let's get it. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Steelers looked really good. I will also say the Jets look good too. They look better coached than they have in recent years. All right. So they were in gun. Can we get this doctored up? I think we can get it out of this. Man, this playbook kind of fire. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go nickel. We'll teach tape. And we're gonna put them into, honestly, it kind of looked like this cover 6 Willie a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But it was, I'm gonna say that based on seeing the TV angle, we're gonna go and put them into, 11 plug. If they'll let me. Where's the plug? Cover 1 plug, cover 1 hole, same thing. All right. Let's see if we can get this doctored up. So they had tight end over here. They had Austin on a, oh, we can't. Austin on a wheel. Kinda. Ooh, let's see. Let's go choose new play. See chat rolling. Bro, Q, oh my gosh. Oh, Q broke my heart. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Q absolutely broke my heart. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. It's sad. It is tough and sad. I mean, and it's tough because you see around the league, like Boswell hit a freaking, what, 50 something yard field goal? How come we cannot run a wheel from this? We'd probably do it like this. That's how we're going to do it. We got to doctor this up. Come on. It let me for a split second put him onto a wheel, but nope. That's okay. Run it kind of like this. See if we can doctor this up. Nope. Dude, Boz hit a 60. Dude, it was really good. Boz was going to be able to hit that from a massive distance. From an absolute massive distance. Let's see. I want to get that play in the game. We'll talk to the devs about getting this play in the game. That thing was nasty. It was so nasty. Let's see. Let's see. A little fake toss with a pull. It's cool though. That's the stuff that we can do in real time. Where we can find a play that's in, put it into the game within a little bit of time, Nope, not happening. Let's see. Let's go get into a new playbook, actually. I think that we're going to have these plays out of the... I think it's out of the Packers playbook, maybe. Let's see. Any games, team practice. Let's go check it out. We're going to go in the Packers playbook. That's what we needed. But I can't. I got to pick Packers. Okay. Let's go change it. We've got to change our playbook. Let's see. Playbooks. Go Packers playbook. Benkert's time. There you are, baby. Green Bay. If I go Green Bay's playbook here and I go into training camp, will it keep me in Green Bay's playbook or will it put me into the team's playbook? You know what I mean? Is there a way to fact check that, or does it put me into the team's playbook that I'm using? Does that make sense? You guys know? Like, can I be, because I just selected, oh, I can go advanced settings. There we go. Steelers, let's get this doctored up, see if we can get this perfectly. Steelers, advanced settings. There we go. Bang. There we go. All right. Here we go. Man, some of these plays are so good. Like this motion switch. It's kind of fire. Tray Y flex. Tight Y off. This switch wide receiver drag is kind of what I'm looking at, but I wanted it from a receiver. But you can see like how they're moving things around in like the real life playbook to like, they're going to run that same concept with a different personnel soon. Michael Penix is too slow. Need an update on Michael Penix speed, dude. And it's cool because he didn't really run a lot in college, but he is fast. Like he can move. He just didn't need to do it in college. Like he was just slinging it around to his guys. Normal Y off. Let's do that. Split Y off. Tight Y off. We'll go switch wide receiver drag. But we'll do this with a tight end. Dude, it's just like, it's really cool though too. You get to see how precise these guys are and how the timing matters in real football. Like probably more like this. Can Freiermuth do what Calvin Austin did? Oh, that's basically where it was. Let's see. Nope. I want to recreate this so bad. You can hot route the wheel and you're off. See, I can't get wheel on this. I can only get zig there. I can only get that there. I wonder if I motion him. Nope. So it puts him out wide. Interesting. Interesting. Not happening. We're not going to be able to make it happen. Dude, the illegal contact did change the game. Let's get into some of these. Need to put some good film on tape. How about Jalen Warren, though? Let's get out of this. Let's go back into... choose new play. Dude, the illegal contact, also, when you look at the Bears game last night, the Bears... in my opinion, the PI was phantom. Then they scored points right off of that. They had a phantom holding call which made it a harder field goal. I think they missed that field goal. There was a lot of funky stuff going on in that game. A lot of funky stuff. Well, let's talk about, how about this? How about this? There was a play that I believe Jalen Warren scored on in his game. Where are we? I think it was out of single back. But it was a sprint pass. It was like this. I'm pretty sure this is what happened. I don't remember what the defense was in. Dude, Michael Penix is a dog. I'm pretty sure this is where Jalen Warren scored on down there. It's like right here, maybe. It's nice to see Jalen Warren get in the box. Something like that. All right, let's go get into this. All right. Let's go talk some more ball, get into the rundown a little bit, and then we'll go play some Madden. We'll talk to Clef, and we'll get this thing rolling. All right. All right. Here we go. We are back in the rundown section of all of this. Let me close this out real quick. All right. Let's do it. Chat, appreciate you guys for rolling, man. All right. Yeah, Aaron Jones, dude. Aaron Jones in the pass game is super underrated. Super underrated. Okay. Let's get it going. Let's talk about the Bills. And I did a long video on the Bills. You guys can go check it out on my YouTube. I also did 2 mini breakdowns on them on Twitter. You know where to find them. They will be on Twitter. Josh Allen is an absolute dog. Okay. I'm not going to take anything away from the fact that Josh Allen is a complete dog. Every single time he got an opportunity, he delivered. He 4th and 2, whatever it was, 4th and whatever. Yes, it was a tip touchdown to Keon Coleman. He scrambled and got out of there to even give them a chance. How many quarterbacks take a sack or overthrow somebody or whatever? Don't even give their guy a chance, okay? Josh Allen did everything that he could to put his team in the position to win the game at the very end. And even though the Ravens kept giving them opportunities, you can't take that away from Josh Allen. Okay. Yes. The Ravens defense was suspect. Seeing chat rolling. Ravens. This is the thing about football, guys. Like, should the Bills have had as many opportunities as they did late in that game? No. Very, very truthfully, no. There's a reason why they only had a 0.9% chance of winning that game, because the Ravens shouldn't have even let them get to that point. If they knew how to manage the clock, like I see these Madden professionals do every single weekend. If they knew how to call plays on 4th and critical instead of punting and giving a guy a chance, because you have all that money spent between Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, you got a good O-line. They couldn't stop Lamar's zone read all game long, and you needed 2 yards. You punted. Like, what does that tell your team about what you believe in them? And I see people saying Lamar was cramping, whatever. Call a timeout. Regroup, give it a chance, and go get the first down. You need 2 yards. But instead, they punt back to Josh Allen, who the Ravens could not stop. Okay? They could not stop. And what is the common theme here? John Harbaugh has let up 17 double-digit second-half leads in his entire career, which is the most since 1991. And the only reason why the spot there is 1991 is because they didn't keep all those stats all that time. So it could be the most of all time for all we know. Truthfully, it could be, for all we know, he could have given up the most double-digit second-half leads of any coach ever in the history of football, for all we know, because stats only go so far back. But what do the Ravens need to do? They need to put their foot on the gas all game long, all the way to the end. They're the best team in football right now. They have the best roster. They have arguably the best quarterback. They have one of the best running backs. Their defense got lazy and tired at the end, and they played soft, don't get beat deep, but they gave up yard after yard after yard after yard, and eventually they got gashed. Also, what do they need to do? They need to be coached better in situational football. I don't know if you guys saw the breakdown that I did on Twitter. It was abysmal, actually. Actually, we're going to go pull this up. I'm going to pull this up right now. Because I think that is really good for you guys to see this. We're going to go pull up. Actually, we're going to pull it up on YouTube. For those of you that did not watch my Baltimore Ravens video, let me go pull this up. We're going to need a second here. Camera. Let's go do screen capture. Pull this here. YouTube. Oop, not there. Almost got me. Content. Game of the year. Bam. All right. Camera shaky. Let's go talk about this. Aaron back motion. This end of the half was really what got me. I believe this is where we are. This one. This is where we're at, okay? I'm going to mute this. So we're going to talk this through a little bit. The Bills have basically 20 seconds, no timeouts, okay? 20 seconds, no timeouts, and they need to get into field goal range. Is this the one? Oh, this was not the one. I think we might be getting into here. This is where we'll know. Okay, here we go. 25 seconds, no timeouts. It's 10 to 20 at this point. These 3 points completely changed the game. Okay, completely changed the game. Let's go talk about it. Also, shout out to the glasses. I should be wearing my blue light blackened glasses today. All right, here we go. So they let Josh Allen scramble. Okay, fine. 25 seconds. They keep losing contain the whole time, and I'm probably talking about this right now. But do you see the DNs here? Look at the DNs, how deep up the field they get. As soon as you run past the quarterback, especially when it's Josh Allen, he's setting it deep to re-get to the soft part of the pocket where he has 3 people blocking 2, and he's going to get out of there. That's what I'm talking about in this video. I know 2 mouse is a little crazy, but when you give a guy like him a chance to get a chunk play when there's only 25 seconds left, he's going to take his op, and he's got a strong enough arm to make any throw on the field. So we get to that point. Ball's down. They get to clock it. Now there's 8 seconds left, and this is where it gets crazy to me, okay? This is where it gets real crazy. Oh, that's going to be... hold on. Here we go. Now look at this next play. All that the Bills have, all that the Ravens have to do at this point is not let them get out of bounds. If they tackle somebody in bounds right here, half is over, okay? They go in a defense, which we've seen guys in Madden do, right? Where they don't rush a soul and they're trying to make them waste all 8 seconds. The only thing you need to do is you need to have a picket fence on the sideline. And people wanted to call out Kyle Van Noy for this. I think this is Ravens' scheme. I don't even think this is Kyle Van Noy's fault. I think that there should be more people on the sideline because there's no reason to stop the middle of the field right here. You will make a tackle. You will tackle them in bounds. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people within the red line. The red line is this right here, what we call like where fades are stacked on go balls. 5 people within the red line. The Bills have no pass rush or no pass rush against them, and they're going to run a crossing route. Kyle Van Noy is technically responsible for short flat here, so he is not sinking. However, if I'm Kyle Van Noy, I'm probably going to be thinking, hey, they can catch that short flat. I'm going to stay deep. But he doesn't. That's fine. In my opinion, more people should be helping on this side of the field on the picket fence. And look at this. With 8 seconds left, Josh Allen gets a guy wide open, is able to rip it, and he gets out of bounds with 1 second left. Let me see if I can get it exactly there. I did not stop this. It's just rolling from the video. Dime, sideline, 1 second left. And all of that to say, that is what, in my opinion, is just ruining the Baltimore Ravens. Those 3 points there change the entire outcome of the game. Like the entire outcome of the game. So when you're looking at this across the board, like I saw so many people on social media ripping Lamar for this. It was just terrible coaching, terrible scheme. Like Lamar only threw the ball like what, 16 times, 17 times, something like that. Josh threw it 40 something times. And I just think that when you look at the Bills across the board, they're a really, really good coach team, really well coached team. Joe Brady is an amazing play caller. McDermott, even though he got a lot of flack the past few years, I think he's really solid as a coach. His team plays hard. They don't ever quit. I don't know, man. I feel like Lamar might end up being this generation's Dan Marino. Like, to be very honest, one of the most talented, whatever. Dan was a super talented passer, but like they can never get it past that point. And I don't know if the Ravens, I don't know, man. Until they're better coached, this is going to be the outcome. Because this has always been the outcome. This just is what it is. And it's not like they're just playing bad teams. Like, the AFC is stacked. There are so many good quarterbacks, and when it comes down to situational football, that's why Mahomes and Andy Reid are so good. They win in situational football. They don't have the best team, but they got a good scheme when it matters, and they don't beat themselves most of the time. The Bills, they're starting to turn into that. I know that the Bengals have Joe Burrow, but then you look at the other hardball across the way with the Chargers. I have a feeling they're going to be a problem. I mean, we're not talking enough about the Chargers and Herbert and what they did right now, but I think they're going to be a problem, and we will talk about them later. But let's get to our next segment. We got to talk about Daniel Jones. MVP Indiana Jones, baby. What a great game. What a great game that he came out slinging it, operated the offense. The Colts looked like a well-coached team. They didn't miss their layups, which they've been doing with Anthony Richardson for the past few years. They looked competent. And on the opposite side of that, the Dolphins, we might be seeing a full dumpster fire in Miami. And now I do want to talk about, let's see if I can pull up this tweet that I had from a while back, and we can talk about it. We're going to make this an interactive show today. But Danny Dimes, dude. Danny Dimes. I'm really excited to see what we saw out of him, because I think guys like him, he's never done anything wrong in the media. He's just a quiet, like, nice guy from what it seems like. I think it was pretty cool to see him go out there and have fun, play football, and kind of silence the haters a little bit, at least for 1 week. Let's talk about this, though. We do need to talk about Tua, okay? Pulling this up now as we speak. Let's see, here we go. All right, I put out a tweet a couple days ago, and we're going to talk about it. I've got to change the screen capture, though. Boop, boop, boop. Hold on, please hold. Tweet live. Is Tua's contract starting to look like a heist? We do need to have a conversation, guys. We do need to have a conversation. I believe his contract is set at $55 million a year. 55. And from the very beginning of all of this, I think my main issue with these types of contracts that get paid out, very similarly to the NIL contracts that are paid out, okay? How much overpaying is being done in the quarterback department when you could get $53 million? We're seeing producer Roddy. Thank you for throwing that out. 53 a year. Okay. You see guys like Baker Mayfield, who 1, have juice, 2, can scramble and make plays with their feet, and 3, can sling it. Okay. Checked a lot of boxes, just didn't have a great start to his career. Panning out. He was getting like 10 million a year on a prove it deal, and then he got 30 million a year. And then you have even Sam Darnold, 10 million, now getting 33 million a year. But then when you have so much of your roster allocated to a guy like Tua, who cannot help you move it forward if things aren't right. And Tua, in my opinion, is in the same category as a Jared Goff, where I think Jared Goff, his contract's up there, like 50 million, 55, it's something up there, right? Like, I just think when you're looking at all of this in terms of the percentage of cap space that quarterbacks take up in a roster, if you are a guy that cannot make plays with your feet, you're going to need guys around you to get paid, and you're going to need the scheme around you to be dang near perfect for you to even have a chance. I mean, like, it is what it is. And $53 million for Goff. Like, I don't know who, especially when it comes to Tua, it really makes me wonder about the decision makers in the NFL and a lot of what they're doing, because when you look at things across the board, just some things don't add up, okay? And this is not an indictment on Tua at all as a player or a character or any of that, but it's a serious conversation that needs to be had about overpaying players that have limitations, that they need guys around them. And I kind of feel in a similar sense. I know that Joe Burrow probably deserves the money that he's getting paid. I'm not ever going to talk about him in that light. But I think we can acknowledge that Joe Burrow does need guys around him, and everybody needs guys around him. And so this like 55 million for quarterbacks and all this, like, there's a reason why Tom Brady he had so many wins, made a lot of money off the field, and he always had guys around him that could help him. And I think it's part of the reason that Tom Brady knew that he needed the guys around him. You think he was just saying, I'm going to go to Tampa and play there because I want to get paid? No. Tampa had an awesome roster, and Tom Brady was on the end of his career. He had guys that can make plays for him, a really good defense, solid O-line. Like, I just think, man, there's always a pendulum swinging on all of this stuff. And for whatever reason, coaches, GMs, whatever in the NFL feel like they've got to pay their quarterbacks because they're never going to find another one. And I just think that that is not a recipe to win football games. And I also think if you just go and look at it, like some of the best teams right now either have quarterback friendly deals or the rest of their roster, they hit on draft picks that are on rookie contracts. But like when you have a team like the Dolphins who has not hit on rookies, has not done well in free agency, doesn't have a great defensive scheme, offense is suspect. Like there's a recipe, in my opinion, for winning football games. Just look at the best teams in the league. Okay. Look at the best teams in the league. And I think some teams can afford to overpay for their quarterbacks and some teams absolutely cannot. And you're seeing it clear as day because the ones that do miss, it's over. It's all going to blow up. They're all going to get fired. People are going to get cut. They're going to move on. Like there is just such a theme here. I'm seeing chats rolling, by the way. But yeah, and I don't know. I got crucified a couple of years ago when I was talking about Tua's contract. Absolutely crucified because people want to throw out all these stats and all this, that, and the third. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna harp on Tua anymore, and I don't want to make him like the subject of what all of this is about. All I want to say is it should be a really good learning experience for teams that, look, if your guy can't move with his feet, if he can't pick it up with his feet, he's not a dynamic runner as a quarterback, maybe you shouldn't do it. Is Jordan Love overpaid? Jordan Love is in a sweet spot for me, to be honest. Is he overpaid? I think that he could be considered slightly overpaid. I do. Jordan Love's getting paid the same amount of money, if not more, than Justin Herbert. Jordan Love has enough ability as a scrambler to get it done with his feet. Like enough. I would not call him dual threat. I call him scramble to pass, not scramble to run, not dual threat. But I do think that you could look at his contract and say it's slightly overpaid. However, he does meet that minimum threshold, in my opinion, of athleticism that quarterbacks need to have to be able to bail out their coaches. I also think that he has arm strength and he has an uncanny ability to push the ball downfield in awkward situations that make up for things not being perfect. So I think that's what like one of Jordan Love's assets is. He also has done a lot with less talent. Jordan Love has never had a Tyreek Hill. He's never had a Waddle. Now he has Josh Jacobs, which is great, but like, they just now have a defense, in my opinion, that's worth something. And I think that the Packers could do it. But they're also beneficiaries of hitting on draft picks and young guys that are contributing that allow for them to make up for the fact that they're paying Jordan Love $55 million a year. But when you look at all of this, like to see Justin Herbert, $52 million a year, it's nice. It is nice. But let's go get to the next talking point. We're done talking about Tua. We've got to talk about vintage Aaron Rodgers. Okay. And for him to do it against the Jets of all teams, poetic justice. Glenn flying him out there to tell him to see ya. Well, now he flew out there with the Pittsburgh Steelers and handled business and got his revenge. Looked like Bane coming out. I mean, it's incredible, man. It was so incredible. And like, I hope that for everything that Aaron Rodgers meant to a lot of us growing up, like I'm 30 now, and I got to be his teammate in 21, got to learn from him and all that. But like prior to that, I was an Aaron Rodgers fan before I was his teammate. And he influenced a lot of how I tried to play the game. And to see, hopefully, him get one last good run at this with a Steelers team that I think could be really hard to play against would be just really good for people that love football, man. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to see the Packers Steelers when they play. If you're a football fan, I think you've got to love what's happening with the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. You got to love what's happening with Aaron Rodgers. Maybe if you're a Jets fan, you're sick, but you've been sick for a long time if you're a Jets fan. So it is what it is. But I'm not going to lie to you. When you look at Aaron Rodgers, look at the defense, look at Chris Boswell as a kicker. Aaron Rodgers can be efficient and get you in a field goal range. He's going to get you points. And he's going to be efficient in the red zone. And when they're not, they're going to kick field goals. But he's going to take care of the football. No interceptions. Like 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, opening game. It's been like 4 years or so since we got to see that version of Rodgers. But maybe, just maybe, he was in a bad situation for the past few years because he looked like he didn't lose anything. Maybe he lost a baby step, but dude, scrambling, throwing on the run, navigating the pocket. I see Perk Rodgers in chat. I don't know if I can say that, but I did. I don't think he lost it, man. I think he was just in bad situations. I see you guys rolling. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's keep this thing going, man. Also, I will say, got to talk about Justin Fields a little bit. Shout out to Justin Fields. Balled out. Did it with his legs, did it with his arm. I think that Justin Fields never got a fair shakeout in Chicago. But I'm really glad that he's with the Jets because I think the Jets are going to win more football games this year than people expect. I think Justin Fields is more of the modern quarterback in the NFL than some of the other guys that we have to watch. And I think that he can win you football games. And I think now that we have offensive coordinators that are willing to adapt a little bit, guys like Justin Fields have a place in the NFL more than they did a couple of years ago. And I really like to see that. So shout out to Justin Fields. He balled out. Really love that. Oh, I see chat. Everybody wants me to talk about their teams. I appreciate you guys, man. Let's get to the next one. Let's talk about the Packers. Okay, one more time. Let's roll it back. The Packers defense could be the best defense in the league this year. They were really good at turnovers last year when it came to ball in the air. Okay. Now you add Micah Parsons to the mix, and Micah Parsons looked more dominant against Penei Sewell than I've seen in a long time. And I know Micah Parsons makes plays here and there, but he came out and made a statement. And I just think Micah Parsons he's in a really good headspace. He's got other defensive players around him that can make plays and bring, it's not just all on Micah Parsons to go make all the plays. He elevated everybody on that defensive line. The back end was able to eat. They knew that Goff only had a little bit of time to get the ball off. And that defense looked like it was in full synchronous motion the entire game. And I absolutely love it. And this sets Green Bay up for a deep playoff run. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not even sipping on the juice right now. I think the Packers are going to walk right into a division title this year. And I don't think they're really going to have to do a whole lot to do it. I think they can show up, play efficient football, play hard, run to the ball, have a decent enough scheme, hit the open receivers, run the ball, control the clock, and literally walk their way into an NFC North title. And then when we get to the playoffs, what? What are we going to do when we have home field advantage in the playoffs? Because I saw a lot of things, and we can maybe, once we get done with the Clef interview at the end, maybe we'll pop on some film. You guys can tell me whether you want me to play Madden today or we can watch some film, but I'm feeling frisky with the film right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm feeling a lot of film. I love it. And there's some things that pop out on tape when you watch this Packers film that if you watch enough film, you're like, oh man, that looks a little different. And they look like they could be one of the elite groups. So give me the Packers set up for a deep playoff run, man. Love it. And they all played hard, dude. Like they ran to the ball. They played hard. It was great to see. Also, the Lions. You can't grit your way through wins every week. And without Ben Johnson calling the plays on offense, they looked abysmal. They looked not good. I will say, though, bright spot, Tesla. Snagging it. We had an interview with Tesla, by the way. Maybe we'll have to go back and get that edited and chopped up and put it out. But Tesla, got to meet him at the rookie premiere with EA when I went. Stud. And he showed up on game day. And he showed up all preseason long. He was money. Loved what I saw at Tesla. And maybe we'll put a little producer note here to get that edited from the rookie premiere and throw it up. Because I think you guys will like him. He's got a good personality. He's fun. Fun dude. Good ball player. The Lions will be fine, but they've got to figure out their new identity without Ben Johnson really quick. But let's talk about it. The Bengals. The Bengals should have lost that game. I'll be very honest. The Bengals should have lost that game to the Browns, who people think the Browns might only win 2 games this year. Maybe only 2 games, 3, something like that. That's what they thought the Browns would do. That Browns defense was a problem, man. And Myles Garrett was a problem. And when you can get pressure with 4, that's tough. Also, Joe Burrow is just not a Lamar Jackson. He's not Jaden Daniels. He's not Jalen Hurts. He's not Justin Herbert. Like, he's not these guys that are going to just make people miss all the time and scramble and get 5 to 10 yards. He's not Josh Allen. Like, Joe Burrow, I know that people love Joe Burrow. And I think that if Joe Burrow didn't have so much aura, I don't know if people would talk about him exactly the same way. I think people love the idea of Joe Burrow a little bit more than they love actual Joe Burrow as a player. And I'm going to be very honest with you. Joe Burrow is incredible. Joe Burrow could be the next Tom Brady of our lifetime, in my opinion. But he needs guys around him. And most importantly, he needs an offensive line that's going to keep him upright, okay? Because he, no matter what at the end of the day, you can make every throw on the field, you can, whatever, as an arm talent as a quarterback, which he has all of the arm talent, all of the touch, all the accuracy, the anticipation, all of that. But Joe Burrow does have physical athletic limitations, okay? He is not Lamar Jackson or any of those guys. He is a very good quarterback, very accurate, all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, when you have Myles Garrett running at you, there's a physical limitation that Burrow has that Lamar does not, and that's what separates them. And so what I'm saying is when you spend 50% of your salary cap on Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and you have no offensive line to help you, your quarterback, who you spent a lot of money on, isn't as wiggly as some of the top tier athletes at the position. Like, you've got to have a lot of things go well for it to look solid on offense. And that is where I think the Bengals might be in trouble here, because they barely escaped the Browns. Yes, they got their first win of their opening game in like a couple of years or whatever, but Joe Burrow thrives when his receivers get separation and his line blocks. It's not always like that. And I just think that we saw a little bit of a semblance of what could be an issue for the Bengals when a team can get pressure with 4. And I'm sorry, when you get to the playoffs, most of the teams that are there are able to do that. They're able to get pressure. They're going to eat up your O-line. And if I'm Joe Burrow and I'm thinking about my legacy and long-term whatever, I'm going to probably try to restructure my contract over the next few years to free up some cap space to get guys up front that can help. Truthfully. I know that he's making a lot of money. I hate even looking at people's contracts. I don't like it, but it is a part of, like, the only reason why I talk about people's contracts is because there's a cap, and the cap dictates where the rest of the portion of the money goes to help your team. And I think that Joe Burrow needs to consider over the next few years taking a little bit more of a team-friendly something to get right, because number 1 receiver in football, presumably Jamar Chase, top 3, top 4 quarterback, whatever. And yeah, I'm seeing it in chat, dude. Like, Philly laid out the blueprint on how to beat Cincinnati 100%. Like, if you have a defensive line, and if I'm building a team from scratch, which if you watch my Giants rebuild year 2, it's a good video, just went out this morning. Build a front 4 that can get pressure. That way you don't need to bring a 5th guy to get pressure schematically. That is the best way to build a defense. And that's why I think the Giants actually, when they switch to Jackson Dart in the future, have a chance. Because if you have a dominant defensive front 4, that means you have less perfection you have to have in the back end and the secondary, and those guys all of a sudden play better. You don't have to play as much man. You can play more zone because there's more spots. And I don't know, man. I just think, I don't know. I'm seeing chat talking about Baker Mayfield instead of Joe Burrow, and like, yeah, you know what I mean? Why don't people talk about Baker Mayfield? Why do people only talk about Joe Burrow as like a top whatever? You know what I mean? Like, there's just, I think there needs to be a real, honest quarterback conversation around the NFL, and Joe Burrow is really good at what he's really good at. But there's like other guys that people don't talk about, and I just think the media has claimed Joe Burrow as Aura King, Aura King, and I think he is a very good player, but I don't think he's like, I would not put him in my top 5 today. I just would not. It is what it is. Some people might disagree, but I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I saw Baker Mayfield absolutely dogging people in his lap, throwing dimes all the way downfield. Like, there's other capable quarterbacks, and we're seeing it every time. Also, Joe Flacco, shout out, threw for 300 yards, almost won them the game. Close, very close. But we've got a few more things to talk about before we bring Clef on. Let's talk about Bo Nix. I don't think the Broncos need to be worried. I don't think Bo Nix sucks. I think Bo Nix thought he was going to walk all over a Titans defense with that offense. I thought Sean Payton thought they'd walk all over their defense, outman them, handle them, all of that. And then I think Bo Nix tried to overcompensate and tried to do too much. And he had a fumble with a sack because he tried doing too much. And he threw, 2 interceptions because he tried to do too much. Bo Nix needs to stop trying to do too much. Sean Payton needs to give him a little bit more easier completions, some shifts, some motions, getting guys open by formation and by space, not by guys expected to win. Because if you look at this across the board, the Titans defense actually was pretty good. They were really good a couple days ago. The Titans defense got out coached The Broncos got outcoached by the Titans defensive coach. And the Titans, if you look back to last year, the Titans defense was good. Will Levis was just doing weird stuff. Like, the Titans were in so many games last year until we saw the weekly Will Levis meme. And now you have Cam Ward, who's not doing weird bad things. He's doing weird good things, like scrambling up, no look pass to the left, like getting guys open. Will Levis was the reason, in my opinion, last year that the Titans lost a lot of games because of his weird fumbles, weird interceptions, and weird trying to do too much. So all of that to say, any given Sunday, Bo Nix needs to chill out. Sean Payton needs to cook up more offense that gives them easy free completions. That's not designing plays for a player being better than another player. I hope you guys are following what I'm saying there. But I don't think it's time to panic, but I do think it's time to look yourself in the mirror, quite honestly, as the Denver Broncos, and see, are you as good as you actually believe you are? Because their offense looked stale, looked like the old offense that didn't really have anything going. And I think that they're going to be okay. But as of right now, I'm looking at the Chargers and I'm like, the Chargers look like that team in the West. Also, guys, heads up real quick. The EA team is working with Twitch on the drop issue. Seems to be some technical issues with Twitch from what I'm hearing. So update there. Hopefully one way or another we can make it right. But yes, that is the update that I got from the team. Okay. Now, we've got two more things to talk about, and this is a guy that I really want to talk about. I want to talk about the Bucs. I want to talk about Baker, and I'm going to talk about how this game was so crazy. And we're probably after this, before we get into the Thursday night preview, I'm going to pull up some film and talk to you guys about this. The Bucs have a squad on offense. Micah mouthful. There we go. Micah Egbuka, absolute dog, polished, playmaker, fast, all of it, dude, all of it. He was a unit, and he looks like he's going to be a winner, a league winner for fantasy football. See you guys in chat rolling, man. Looks like Egbuka is going to be a league winner. Looks like, of course, the Bucs got another weapon for their already explosive offense. They're going to be tough to stop, but I do want to give the flowers to the Falcons. If Younghoe Koo did not miss that field goal from within 50, we'd be in an overtime game, and Michael Penix Jr. would have gotten his flowers for leading them to a comeback twice in the fourth quarter. Absolute dog, making plays. Also, if you guys go to my Twitter, we're not going to watch film right now because we got Clef waiting. I put a little breakdown of if Curterell, hopefully I said his name right, Hodge, the receiver for the Falcons, if he just looks with 11 seconds left at the go ball that Penix Jr. threw him, it's a touchdown, game over, Falcons win. He didn't look, ball landed right over his outside shoulder, wasn't expecting the ball. All I'm going to say, dude, is the Falcons will be fine. The Bucs look really good. And all of a sudden, the NFC South has some teams that I think can play in the playoffs. So early season woes. I'm concerned about the Falcons kicking situation. I was there with Koo when he started his rise. It looks like he's got the yips or something. I don't know. Don't want to medically diagnose anybody, but he's missed way too many of those kicks, in my opinion, that I don't know. It's not good. But quick little preview. We're going to get to Thursday Night Football. Game of the week might be the first game of the week of week 2. We got Packers, Commanders, potential early look at a playoff game we might see. They go head to head. Two of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. Dan Quinn, one of my favorite coaches I've ever had in my entire life, against Matt LaFleur, a guy who I do respect as a play caller. We didn't vibe necessarily personality-wise, but Matt LaFleur gets his team ready. The offense is going to be dialed in, and we've got a game, okay? I think that Matt LaFleur is going to lean into the run game here, and I think their play-action game is going to come alive, similar to how you saw a couple of years ago against the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. Again, Dan Quinn was there at the time, I believe, as the defensive coordinator. Scheme is very similar. I would expect to see remnants of the Green Bay Packers versus Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs of this game. And I think Josh Jacobs is going to come alive. I also think that Micah Parsons is going to be a problem. He's going to get chipped. He's going to get double teamed. This is something that I'm looking at for the Commanders. If you guys are into the player prediction world, the prop world, all that stuff, I think that I really like the Commanders to have a lot of short completions, particularly to tight ends. Chip, release tight ends in the flat. I think the Packers defense is going to keep things in front of them. I think they're going to have extra protection in the pass game. So just something that I'm watching out for in this game. I think that the Packers are going to win this. It is at home in Lambeau under the lights. I think that the Packers are going to win this game. We're going to say 27-20. Nope. Cut it. We're going to say Packers are going to win 27-17. I don't think that the Commanders are going to put up more than 20 points on this Packers defense. Yep, exactly. See, chat, try to keep Daniels off the field. I think they're going to try to make the game have to slow down at a slower pace because Jaden Daniels is best when the game is up pace and he's trying to spread it out, empty and all that good stuff. But that's what I got for Thursday Night Football. However, we've got to bring in a guest. We have got to bring in a guest. Are we ready, Roddy? I think Roddy's got control. Roddy has control. Here we go. We're going to bring in a guest. We're going to talk to Clef. We're going to talk about the Madden Championship Series, what's going on, how it looks, and everything in between. And we're going to give Roddy a moment to get this all set up. I'll answer some chat in the meantime. Can the Packers contain a dual threat quarterback? Well, the best way to do that is to have a pass rusher. That is going to be a problem. That is a fact. So Micah Parsons, I think, is going to extremely help with that. Let's get this thing rolling, man. Really happy that Clef's going to be able to come in here and hang out with us and talk a little bit of MCS and whatnot. Who do I think wins the Super Bowl matchup? I think the Eagles, guys. Also, a quick little shout out. I do have you guys, if you see the picks thing, everybody asked me for my picks and everything all week. You guys can go click that link and add me as a friend. I made it so that you guys will be able to see all the things that I like for the week. It'll update, give you push notifications. That way I'm not sending screenshots all the time and people having to scroll things. So, yeah, you guys can go click that link, add me as a friend. If you don't have it downloaded, you click it, it'll download. Then you click the link a second time, that same link, and it'll add me as a friend. And you guys can see the picks that I have for the week. But yeah, that's what we got. Ooh, we're getting it set up. Clef, what up, man?
What's going on?
Let's get it. We're going to get you pulled up on screen. Chat, we got rolling right now. If you guys have any questions, get them queued up. I'm excited for this, man. How are you doing?
Me too, man. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. Oh, close. Close. Hold on now, chat. Hold on now, chat. Oh. Maybe. We're going to do it live in real time. We had it set up, but when OBS goes to a cam, sometimes it gets scuffed. There we go. Do you need me to do it, Roddy? Because you're remote? Maybe. Roddy might be muted. There we go. Oh. I'm going to try to get it. I'll get it. Hold on, Roddy. Oh, shoot. Stop Roddy real quick. Cam. Oh, he can't hear me. He can't hear me. Hold on, guys. Let's get this set up. There we go. Let's get it. All right, everybody can see Clef. Everybody can hear Clef. I think we are ready to roll. What's up, dude? How are you?
Great, man. I'm great. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Talking some ball, recapping the week. Got some Madden action going on. Wanted to give you a chance to introduce yourself. I know a lot of people probably know who you are, but maybe like a fresh introduction. It's like, I see the ice. Let's go, man. Chat's loving it. What's up, dude?
Yeah, not much, man. Excited to be here, first off.
Yeah.
Definitely a fan of the content, man. You
Appreciate
put out
it.
a lot of good stuff, and thankful to be here. And I'm Clef the God. I played college ball, Madden champion. I won a 0 chill, Madden 24, Madden 25 actually.
Let's go.
Championship. I've been around for a long time, 14 live events. I think I'm like top 5 in that. So,
dude, that's incredible.
Just a competitor. I love to compete. So
that's amazing.
excited to be here.
I'm jealous. You got a good scheme. Obviously, I have just so many questions for you. One, we can talk about. Let's start with just Madden Championship Series. We'll kick it off. Starts tomorrow, correct? Right. 150K on the line with the challenge, the kickoff challenge, and the finals and whatnot. The finals are live. Let's see, tomorrow at 6 Eastern, and that'll be on the Madden NFL Twitch. Tell me about like how you get to this point to where you feel like you're ready for it, especially when the game just comes out, right? Like every game is slightly different. I know you get a chance to play the game early before it launches, but how do you even go about like finding your scheme? What does your like yearly rhythm look like to dial in your scheme for this game's title? I have so many questions, but we'll start there.
Okay, yeah. Basically, it's like you just play. So a lot of times you run what you ran last year just to see how that looks. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of familiarity with that. And then as you play more and more, you kind of figure out the game. And not only are you playing against your friends who are also like high level players. You know, you watching a lot of Madden. Like, if there's a comp player playing or whoever's streaming, you watching that as well. So just having that repetition, it really just like as time goes on, you get to see the game for what it is.
So you're watching film.
Watching a lot of film.
Yeah.
A lot of film. Like the film is a huge thing for Madden players. Like they actually do watch a ton of film. That's why people try to hide their past broadcasts. So people can't watch their film.
Dude, that's so good. I have so many questions. Like, so what if you would describe, and I guess I don't want to give it too much away. Do people know exactly what your scheme is? Like when they play you? Yeah, so they know exactly what you're going to do. Can you walk us through your scheme a little bit? Like offense, then defense, like your base, if you're just going to run some plays.
Yeah, so I run bunch, gun bunch offset out of Colts playbook. I've been running that for 2 years now. Well, I've been running bunch for 7 years now, probably. And it's more so, I'm more dink and dunk, you know, kind of get you like set up to like really try to take away my short routes. Then I'm hitting you over the middle with posts, wheel routes. I throw a lot of streaks.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of my scheme. Just dink and dunk, take what the defense give me, and then let that open up the big plays.
That's awesome. I would say I like to, when I really need to play well, if I'm playing someone really good, like I have to dink and dunk. Like there's no way I'm going to keep pushing the ball downfield, throw interceptions. Like when I try to get a clip to then chop it up, post it for content, like I throw so many interceptions trying to get that to happen a lot of times, where if I'm like playing a game competitively, I'm taking whatever the defense is giving me every single time, because that's how you have to actually play real football. But yeah, that's so. Well, how about defense? What do you do on defense?
Defensively, I'm a zone guy. I just like zone because I feel like I just understand what's going to happen more with zone than man. And I feel like it make you work more. Like in man, it's like when they get beat, they get beat. You know, and a lot of times he one-on-one, it's a huge play.
Yeah. How do you, when you're playing zone, how do you mix in blitzes with the zone? Because I feel from my perspective, it's a little bit easier to blitz if you're playing man, just like structurally, but there are some zone blitzes that can really cook, but I haven't found a whole ton that I like.
Right. So what I do really, I barely blitz. I really stun a lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only thing I do this year is stun, because it's so hard to blitz with like the, you know, the unidentified user and things like that. They can pick up so many blitzes nowadays. So I really stunt more than that. But if I do blitz, then I'll go like cover zero and run double mug.
Yeah. So the stunts have been a huge addition to your game and probably made you even better, because in previous games they didn't have that. And you're a zone guy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even watching the MCS tomorrow, you'll see a lot of stunts. A lot of stunts. Because like with the stunts.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying with the stunts, it's like, okay, it takes to block the stunt, you got to block a certain type of way, or you got to run play action. You know what I'm saying? But then when they blitz, you're susceptible to the blitz off that. So it's like a cat and mouse game that you'll see tomorrow.
How with the stunts, is there a specific stunt you like Texas 4-man or whatever? Like what's your main kind of go-to? And do you ever just run stunts to one side of the field?
Right now with Vic in the game, I really only stunt from the right side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm fletching him. So I don't want him to be able to roll out to his left pretty much. Like you can't stunt and vent both ways, because it's so easy to just get out the pocket. And he like the fastest player in the game.
Do you put contain on one side? Like, do you put contain on the left, stunt on the right? Is that like your main thing?
I will. Yeah, I will. If somebody really rolled it, I don't want to, because that'll take away from like my DN shedding. Yeah. Like, but if I have to, then it's like, okay, I got to give up something.
Dude, I love, this is such good insight for people. And it's cool because like, obviously I spent my time in quarterback rooms studying and making game plans for the team. So like, when I was with the 49ers and I was with Shanahan, whenever we played the Rams, like we had an Aaron Donald plan. Like there was runs to Aaron Donald that if he was on one side of the field, we only ran towards him if we knew we were going to cut back. And then we only ran away from him on these types of runs. And every single thing, like when Jimmy Garoppolo was a quarterback at the time before Brock Purdy took over and I was behind Brock, and I mean, you're walking the line of scrimmage. Where the hell's Aaron Donald? Like every single play, we're double teaming him in the pass pro. We're chipping him. We're like, if he goes out at the end, we're bringing a tight end in to put four hands. And so it's cool to know, like, even in MCS, the cat and mouse game's real. And it reminds me so much of what we did when I was in the league. But it's cool to hear kind of the film process, all that, and how it's transferred from game to real life. But that's awesome. Yeah, I have a few more questions for you, but we got plenty of time. So tomorrow, I guess in general, I'm not necessarily a MUT player. I like to play head to head mainly because I only play like 5 to 10 games a week, and I don't always get a chance to freshen up my MUT team before I go into it and record a long video. How do you stay like knowing who's the guy you need in MUT? And like your team's specific to you. There's obviously overlap between what players people use and whatnot, but how do you form your best MUT team?
I would say definitely just watching a lot, watch other streamers, because sometimes you might not want to go get that card, maybe low on coins or something like that. So watching streamers and I'll see how they play, or I'll go try them for myself, or like for a receiver, for example, he might not hit certain thresholds to run routes a certain way I like.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't get 85 deep, or he doesn't get 85 medium route running. So he might not
thresholds of guys. Like you have a scouting report on your cards to know this guy's he's not going to work in my scheme.
Right. Exactly.
Bro, this
you need
is
certain guys for certain routes.
That's so crazy.
Wild.
Like I have never put that much thought into MUT. But there's a reason why you guys make the money you do. Do you like have like schemes and stuff that you sell online that you'd like to plug or anything like that? Like, do you anything outside that you monetize that you'd like to plug on the show? Because please be my guest.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I do
absolutely.
stream on Twitch. I stream on Twitch pretty much every day.
Awesome.
At Cleft the God. I got it's an ebook right now on huddle.gg.
Yeah.
So that's where my offensive ebook is right now as well.
Sweet. I'm gonna have to go cop it after this. And I'm assuming it would work fine for me in regs. Like I play head to head mainly. All right, we're gonna go get dialed in. Like, cause I try to. It's hard because when I play, I try to do it from a like a day one install perspective in the NFL. So like I'll take my old Falcons day one install. Like I write like Ralph, which would be like a rollout with a flat, a crosser, and a comeback. How do you read it? By levels. But when you're playing in head to head and you got a demon that pops up and he's running man adjust with zones and deeper zones, like you can't necessarily, I can't run the things I'd run in real life then. I've got to go off the reservation and get into my Madden bag. And so there's like two different brain waves of working, but I want to get dialed in with like my Madden scheme, not my like real football scheme a little bit more. So I'm gonna go pick that up. And you said huddle.gg?
Huddle.gg. And I feel you on that so much. I feel you on that so much. Because so many people ask me, like, man, how does Madden in real life correlate? I said sometimes you gotta turn off like your football IQ for real. Like
you
know
have
what
to.
I'm saying?
And that's like not the only, I mean, I lose games all the time online, but when I'm losing games, it's when I'm trying to stay as real as possible for this video that I have an idea of. But this dude just like won't let me. Like he's got the deep zones. He's got a heavy box, but everybody's out. He's only rushing 2, but he can stop the run. There's just a lot of learning, and I'm interested in the offensive side, but I'm really interested in the defensive side because defense I feel like is really hard to play. Unless you're just bend but don't break and you're willing to go the distance. But that's exciting. So you've won how many? Tell me about like what you've won in your career playing Madden. Give us a little history.
I've won a lot of like tournaments. I've won 2 like EA events. Madden 19 DreamHack I won, and then the Zero Chill challenge in December. Awesome. I came in I've been in the finals 4 times. I was basically the Bills. People call me the Bills of Madden until December because I was 0-3 in the finals.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of I've had a lot of great wins. I've had a lot of heartbreaking losses. So
I actually think I saw a heartbreaking loss last year at some point. Maybe it was early in the cycle. I know you won the Zero Chill, but there's like a bunch of different events, right? And so
there's like 4 or 5 a year.
So 4 or 5 a year. Is each event 150K or is it like 150, and then a big one? Can you give like the viewers a little bit how it works?
So every tournament pretty much besides Madden Bowl is about 150K. It's usually the same prize pool. And then you get the Madden Bowl, it's like well over $1 million. They give out $250 to first place, and then they give $150 to second place. So it's life-changing money being thrown out there.
That's amazing, dude. And big reason why you have to have your own scheme and watch all the film. And That's awesome, man. This chat is loving this right now. I can tell they're eating it up. This is really cool. Man, I'm so glad we got to spend some time. I'm gonna leave you with one more question. Last night, did you watch the game last night with the Bears?
I did.
Okay. Like everybody else, I think you were probably just losing it when they didn't kick the ball out of bounds to save the extra 40 seconds. How many games of Madden would you say you play in a day to prep to be at the top of your game when you go to a tournament? That's the part one of the question.
At least like 10. I think at least like 10. Well, I would say it depends though, because sometimes like you might play 4 or 5 games. You're like, man, I'm sharp.
Yeah, you don't
like,
need
I don't
anymore.
need to overdo it. Yeah, I don't need to overdo it. Like we just having walkthroughs at this point.
That's awesome. We're having dude. That's my nightmare is getting onto a game and I'm just your walkthrough. That's just, I'm not trying to be your walkthrough. Oh my God. Hey, chat. I appreciate you guys so much. So what I want to say is, the kind of leading into this last part of the question, I've had this philosophy for the longest time. So when I was in the NFL, I got shit on for how much I was playing video games. But in my opinion, everybody has something outside of their main thing that they do for fun. A lot of my teammates were watching Netflix or like just chilling, right? Like just doing nothing off their feet. I was gaming competitively, and a lot of the times I was playing other like first person shooters. But when I swapped into Madden and I realized like the whole Madden community, the Madden pros, how you guys operate, I'm like, whoa, you have more games played in your mind than any head coach ever has had, like in the NFL. And like, I firmly believe that. And I think it's a reason why NFL coaches have blunders all the time in game management, using their timeouts, like all of that stuff. So loaded question. One, I think I probably already know some of the answer to. How much do you think that you could help a coach in the NFL with what you know about the game, just from a time management perspective, situational? Like, how much of an impact do you think you'd be able to have on a team?
Oh, that's a good question. This is a good question. Because I would say this. I don't like, not you, like Madden players. I don't like how easy they think it is to coach though.
Yeah.
I will say that. They think it's like they think it's just like plug in and like, man, I could just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, there's so much going on in the game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say, like, just from a time management standpoint, I think a Madden player could help. I think if that was solely his job.
That's it. Hey, you click the button. Hey, you've got to listen to me right now. Call that timeout. Hey, the only thing you should be thinking here is kick this ball out of bounds. Hey, if he catches it past 15, call a timeout. If he catches it short, get to the ball and clock. Like those things. I feel like big red buzzer, call down, don't mess this up. I feel like there's a role for you.
I think at some point that should happen, because it's like you said, it's like you can't, for a coach, like they can try to do that situationally in practice, but it's not the same. You can't get like reps for that.
No.
So a Madden player gets those reps every single day.
Sometimes 3-4 times a day, like every day. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like NFL head coaches, one, I think should have and teams get consultants. Like teams get consultants. They hire old coaches that have done it a long time as paid consultants, get on the sideline, get in the booth, whatever. I think that each team should have a Madden pro that has like shown clock aware, like all of it. Like you got to show that you can do it. Some guys are better than others, but like to be able to just call down, help out, and for the amount of money that, one, it probably would not cost them, and two, the money that it could make them by being better, it feels like a great return on investment. So maybe we'll start that campaign of Madden consultants being in coaches' ears throughout the season. Would be pretty sick. Could you imagine being set up in like Green Bay during the season with your own studio, do your thing, and then on game day, it's time to roll? Be pretty crazy.
That'd be dope. That'd be the easiest job in the world. Right? That'd be a great job. Just like things that you do on the daily. Because I don't know how they didn't kick that. Honestly, because I guess they tried to kick it deep, but it's like it's way harder to kick it out the end zone. You might as well just kick it out of bounds.
That's the thing. And like at the end of the day, you like a head coach sees his kicker every day in practice. Has Cairo Santos ever kicked it out of the back of the end zone? Like out of the back of the end zone? I don't think I've ever seen it in years. So one, he should know that. Two, with the new rules, if you kick it in the end zone and you're worried about field position, the ball goes to the 35 now. If you just kick it out of bounds, you save the time and it goes to the 40, you're only losing, your risk is only 5 yards. You know what I mean? It makes absolutely no sense why they would not just kick it sideways out of bounds, let the meter lag and just shank that thing. And like, that's all that they should be. And that alone would have gave them the ball back with 50 seconds left instead of 10. And all that it would have taken was one Madden guy in his ear. Hey, don't try to kick it out of the back, kick it out of the side. And that one, but the thing is, like, when you think of these small decisions at scale, that probably cost the Bears millions of dollars in potential revenue. Like maybe tens of millions, because that game is going to have playoff implications later. So if you can have a Madden Pro in your ear giving you one or two things that help you save a few games a year, you're going to the playoffs, you're selling more jerseys, you're selling more tickets. Like, this stuff has real implications, and they're just messing up the easy things that, from an outsider's perspective, that's what you do every day. So that was my perspective. Wanted to bring it in, but dude, thank you so much for hopping on the show. I really appreciate it. Cannot wait to watch you do your thing. You're going to be the new Bills. You're not going to be the old Bills this time. You're going to run it up. You're going to run on the momentum that I know you're rolling with, and I'm excited to see your scheme and everything at work. And also, guys in chat, Clef's going to be a multimillionaire after this year. Love it, chat. We're going to go check it out, huddle.gg. We're going to get Clef's playbook after this is all done, and we're going to wrap it up. But thanks for joining the show, dude.
Thanks so much for having me. It's been a blast, man. It's been a blast.
Sweet. Good luck this weekend. Alrighty, bro.
Appreciate
we'll be seeing you. All right, bye.
Y'all be blessed.
See ya. Alrighty, man. How sick was that, guys? Hey, I'm not going to lie. I love Clef's demeanor. Like, MCS, it starts tomorrow, 2016 Madden Championship Series Kickoff Challenge. 150K is on the line tomorrow on Madden NFL Twitch, September 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Guys can tune in. I'm not going to lie, dude. That was awesome. That was my first time actually talking to Clef in person. We're not in person. Not in person. But on this interview, I freaking love his demeanor, dude. I love his vibes. I hope that you guys check out his stream. If he's live on Twitch after this, got to send him a raid. Definitely got to send him a raid. But man, what a freaking show. It's already 11:30, guys. What do you guys think? We've got a little bit more time left. Also, I just got a question. Will you be seeing me back at Full Sail University this season? EA, what up? Let's talk. Phenomenal interview. Nice video. I got to mute you right here. Oh man. Probably, guys. EA, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have absolutely loved being able to work more with EA on a deeper level, because we've been able to make a lot of cool things come to life. Real teaching, real overlap between the game and real football. And look, like, it is a video game. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, but the team works really hard. Contrary to what Twitter believes, team works their heinies off. Going to keep it PG because this is a Powered by EA show. They work really hard. They're always open to feedback. They're already making changes that I've suggested for new title updates, new things in playbooks, like next year's game, things that they're trying to work on with new motion stuff. Like there's a lot. There is a lot. Also, let's see. It would be fun to see you take on Roddy, Hot Rod, and Chase on the showdown at high noon. That would be pretty fire. We got a lot of cool stuff on the way. For those of you that popped on the stream late, also wanted to let you guys know I will be heading to the University of Tennessee this weekend for Tennessee, Georgia. I will be hosting a game of College Football 26 between Tucker Wetmore, wound up missing you, and Bordeaux, College Football 26 YouTuber who does all the rebuilds, all the fun stuff, great vibes. It's going to be a great show. Man, we've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun today, and I'm going to leave it up to you in chat, guys. We've got like 25, 30 more minutes left, enough for either a game of Madden, or we can go watch film and I can go bring up some of the things that I saw in film from my favorite plays of the week. It is up to you guys. And I just want to thank EA again one more time for making this come to life, providing us with all the resources to do this, sponsoring the show, giving us everything we need to make good content. Seeing film, plays, film. All right, let's go play. Hey, let's go. Let's go watch some film then, boys. Let me get this situated real quick. Take over on the computer. I will say the only negative to film is that the film is probably going to copyright this video, so I will not be able to monetize it. However, it is what it is, guys. I want you guys to enjoy the show. I want you to be happy to be here and do it. Let's go pull it up. And for those in chat asking about my predictions, all my stuff, you see the link, it pops up. You can add me as a friend on the app, and it will let you see all my stuff. So I know we've got real NFL stuff to talk about now. Let's get into it. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how this works. And again, this is, let's see, screen capture. All right. I've got to go here. Here. 1 second. Properties. Okay. All right. Ready, set, bang. This is what NFL film looks like. Let's go get to it. I'm a Vibe. Great show. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. I appreciate all the follows, the subs, the shares, everything in between. I really appreciate you guys a ton. All right, let's go week 1. What are some things jogging my memory that we would like to talk about on this? All right. I've had a lot of people ask me about Cam Ward. Now, I was going to go do a Cam Ward video separate, but maybe we'll just do it here and we can get some clip outs of this. Also, Cam Ward is a blast to play with in Madden. I absolutely love his throwing style. All right, we're going to go passing. Let's watch all of Cam Ward's passes. All right. Close my laptop. Let's get this thing rolling. Probably need to do something real quick. Oh. Let me pull down my camera. All right. This is how we got it started with Cam Ward, huh? All right. Broncos defense. Get a little mug backer. Looks like we're going to get some man, probably some robber here. So this is robber. Like we talk about in Madden 11, robber meaning a safety is rotating down to rob instead of a plug backer robbing, but everybody else is playing man. Look at this. Gets out, scrambles, feels the backer attach, flips it out. That's the stuff that I was talking about last year that Will Levis would have found a way to have a big fumble. Those are the things you get with Cam Ward that I really like to watch. Yeah, dude, Justin Fields had a great day too. I really thought Denver was going to lose this game. Let's see. Nice job by Cam Ward. All right. Got Tyler Lockett in the equation now. Navigating the line of scrimmage. It's super loud in Denver. You see everybody having a hard time hearing. He's got to walk to everybody to communicate. Denver's going to try to get pressure with a 4-man front. Let's see if they can do it. What is that? Is that some sort of illegal contact? I'm not too sure. Don't hate it, though. Don't hate it. Yeah, and honestly, there were a lot of drop passes and stuff, too. But for his first start to go to Denver against one of the best defenses in the league and show that he can do it, I liked what I saw. Play action. Look at the time. Like, this is the stuff I'm talking about, though, with Cam Ward. Look at the timing of this. It's going to be a 7-step play action. First hitch, ball should be out-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First hitch-ish, ball out. Look at the timing of this. Bam. I mean, that's so good. That is so good. But they called it incomplete. Like, this is... they said he bobbled it. They challenged it. Call incomplete. These are the ones that, like, there's nothing... He looks like a number 1 overall draft pick. Looks like a number 1 overall draft pick. This one just didn't go his way. Needs his guy to make a play. I love that he slid slightly in the pocket. Look at the ball and the velocity. Needs to catch it. I don't know what they did to overturn that. Guys, Benkert dimes will be in MUT as a drop. They're just having some technical difficulties for this right now, but it is going to be in MUT. All right, let's see it. Next one. Play action. Nice little spot with the ball. I love his tempo and pace that he throws with, dude. Really love it. Like, I'm telling you guys, you know who Cam Ward actually reminds me of playstyle wise? He reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. I think Cam Ward plays the game very similar to Aaron Rodgers. Cool and calm in the pocket, can make people wiggle and miss, athletic enough, like old school Aaron Rodgers, not Aaron Rodgers now who's older. But he's very smooth. Like, look at it. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, boop. Could have went there, felt the overlap, precision, accuracy. Like, he actually has some Aaron Rodgers to his game, like old school Aaron Rodgers. He can scramble. He can shrug people off in the pocket. He's big enough. Like, that's who I feel like I'm watching. I feel like I'm watching 2010s Aaron Rodgers play style. Flip it out. And like, these are the things too, guys. Like, I know that this isn't a crazy play or anything, but look at the accuracy that he just innately has as an asset to himself. Scrambles up, flips his hips, quick little reset. Look at where this ball lands. Bam. Perfect face mask. Like, that allows this guy to get 2 yards. That is what this is about. And that's what I think as you watch Cam Ward's film, his accuracy just pops up on the tape. Understands situational football. I really like it. I like what I'm seeing out of him. Receiver couldn't find it. Probably too safe of a throw. I also think, look, illegal formation. Probably could have taken Pollard here, but he had his guy. I'm just going to be honest. Like, the Titans don't really have anybody. I would have loved to see him throw it here, but I know he's trying to make a play. I mean, no, I'm not even going to say that. He's got his guy. His guy couldn't find... Oh, he overthrew it out of bounds. You can see on that view. Looked like his guy couldn't find the ball. However, what I will say is, depending on what route he had, the red line is over here. This guy's got to get away from the safety. Like, this is... Typically, these throws down the field are caught right around here. So, again, small details, but you normally see the ball caught. The red line, and they have a practice red line that is painted on the field, is normally right around here. And it's the line that when you're running a vertical route, you stack to catch over the shoulder. Like, Cam Ward missed that throw, definitely wants it back, but I just think both of them were in bad spots. Let's look at that back. But again, I don't expect him to miss those throws often. We've seen him hit plenty of those throws. I just think amped up in Denver, felt like you got a guy, don't want to miss it. It happens. Okay, 4-man rush, ball out, great spot. First down. Like, big time play. Big time play. But they missed one. They could have had a touchdown. Good ball location. 5 gets dog walked. Oh. You've got to go attack. You've got to go attack. I mean, that's just somebody who wants it more than you. Jeez. Jeez. I mean, this defense is for real, guys. Like, I'm not playing. This Denver Broncos defense is for real. 4-man rush. Nice job. Out route. Look at, and this is what I'm saying with Cam Ward, though. Look at the timing that he throws this with. When a quarterback pats his hands, that's when he starts. That's when he starts his windup. 1. Ball's out. Just coming out of his break. Like, bam, 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 dude. I'm seeing a lot of green flags from Cam Ward is what I'm seeing, and I really like it. I think he's got a blend of Aaron Rodgers in his game meets he's kind of got a little Mahomes delivery in my opinion. But let's see here. Now we get down here, 3 for 3, 5 up, motion across. Probably going to get some sort of I was going to say man, but structurally looks like they might zone this off. Might give some pre-snap. Nope, they're playing man. It's tough. Got to throw that one away, which I think he's going to learn from. Also, I don't love sprint outs to the left with a right-handed quarterback because he has to flip his hips. And if you're going to book the back end, like typically you've got 3 people blocking 1, 4 people blocking 1, Free rusher off the edge. He probably wanted this, but by the time he got his eyes on it, wasn't there. I think he's got to stick with it a little bit longer, but he's already off of it. He's looking for Calvin. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on. This is a designed. This is a play call. This is a play call. They were trying to get a leak out the back door. Look at this. They were trying to get a leak out the back door. And look at the discipline here. That's good, dude. We wouldn't have seen that. Pause. No leaks out the back doors here. No leaks out the back doors. Who loves watching film? I do. All right. Motion across. Nobody goes with him. Presumably, you want to say it's going to be zone. We'll see. Depends on if Denver is a goes with him team or not. Nothing. Nobody's there. Film breakdowns are G status. Thank you guys. I love breaking down film. We can just keep it conversational. Imagine I just set up a film breakdown in a coffee shop and I'm just breaking down film. Come on, dude. Again, like I'm just telling you right now, this might be a clip out. If you guys want to know, let's do it this way. Hot Rod, this will be a clip. We're going to do this the right way. Let's screen capture. Let's do cam big. Oh, let's duplicate this. Hold on, guys. We're going to do this in real time. Boop. 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 All right. Look at this, guys. This is how you make a clip that goes on Twitter later. Cam and gameplay cam. This clip is exactly what Cam Ward is dealing with the Tennessee Titans. Let's watch it. So they're going to motion over to a 3x1 set. He's going to snap it, and he's got a little RPO. He could hand it off for the run, or he could throw it out here on the screen. They're going to bring blitz off the slot, which tells him that he should throw the screen because they're going to have a safety rolling down from depth, and we're going to have 2 to block 2 with somebody over here catching the ball to make 1 miss in space. All that to say, too, they're blitzing off the slot. We're going to be unaccounted for on the backside, and Cam Ward has to get rid of this ball or he's going to get popped. Well, I've never seen a screen like this before in my life. All 3 of these people are blocking. No one is looking for the screen, and Cam Ward is thinking, oh, shit. So he has to dirt it. And that's an incompletion. But that is what is happening right now with the Tennessee Titans, and they will get better, but man, do they need to get better in a hurry. End clip. There we go. I mean, was that not clean or what? Come on, guys. Camera 2. Let me rename. Bam. All right, let's go back to film. Doing it live. That's tough, though. That is tough. Benkert University breakdown from the Dime Lab. Brought to you by the Dime Lab. Also, guys, real quick plug. If you guys like how I teach football, you will love my book. I promise you. Think like a quarterback right here. Bam. Where I teach football the way that it's taught in the NFL using Madden as the visual tool, because sometimes it's really hard to see X's and O's on a piece of paper and know what they look like when you do not have a representation of a visual graphic. Also, we do go into depth. We talk about all the different route types of reads, off of dropbacks, all this stuff in my book, which has taken me years to put together. And I tried to put it together in a way that really brought together everything like foundationally that you would learn as a rookie in the NFL in training camp, like start to finish, the positions, the techniques on defense, how they line up, the pass protections, the reads, the types of footwork, coverages, strengths, weaknesses, everything. It is all in here. And the way that I look at this book is that if you read it front to back a couple times, because it's going to take time for things to digest, you can build a foundation of like a language of football that you can then go and just put anywhere. Yes, a new Pop Warner coach 100% would benefit. Also, we do have a sale going on the website, thedimelab.com. This book is typically $60. It is on sale for $50. Also, there's a bundle with 2 playbooks that you can have. They're blank playbooks that are premium, hardcover, perforated pages. The bundle, I believe, don't quote me, I think it's $75 for this plus 2 full playbooks. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know the last time I had anybody that bought it that was disappointed. People really like this book. They're buying it for people as gifts. It's been really cool to see it go out. And yeah, this is my book, Think Like a Quarterback, from the Dime Lab. Now let's talk film. All right. Oh my God. Yeah. Cam Ward. This back-to-back sequence is tough. Strapped. Maybe going to be open, but you're already sacked. Nothing you can do there. The only thing you can do is not make matters worse. That's the only thing you can do, but it is what it is. Let's see it again. Again, the Denver Broncos defense might be, oh my God. The fact that he got out of that though, like no lie, guys, the Denver Broncos defense might be the best defense that Cam Ward will see all year long. Play action. Dog. Runs out of it. But this is the stuff, like when I'm looking at long-term success for quarterbacks, can you make the first one miss? He can. And when the team gets better, there won't be 5 other people that he needs to make miss. Normally, if you can make one miss, you got a lot of space. So he has the innate ability to make one miss, but there's 5 people there. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yes, I'm seeing chat. This will help you watch the games on Sunday differently. 100%. I mean, come on, man. Ugh. It's gross. Okay. They're blitzing. This is all about Cam Ward here. They are blitzing. He's replacing the blitz to a guy that is now going through coverage. And look at how he navigated this, by the way. Held on a little bit longer with a guy in his face because he knew he needed the second window to play out. Sidearms his release, gets it into space, and it's dropped. I want to see Xavier Restrepo play. I really do. I see a lot of drop passes, a lot of whatever, and it's not like these guys are wide open. They're getting contested. Look at this release. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Unblocked. Frame this. Chat. Frame this, because this is who Cam Ward is. And when the guys around him start showing up, I mean, just, when they start showing up, Cam Ward is going to be a problem. Man. Saw a question, would my book help a lineman? 100%. The best linemen that I've ever played around throughout all my years are linemen that understood shells and structures of the defense because it helped them recognize where blitz pressures could come from. If you only know what's happening in the box, specifically the front 4 or front 5, depending on what front they're in, it's hard to know the full picture of the field. Like the best players that I was with, the centers, the tackles that understood shells and structures and nickels and all of that, they were the best because they were mentally the best. Everybody has talent in the NFL. The ones that marry the talent with the mental understanding early and can start seeing the game from the eyes of the quarterback, those are the best players that have the longest careers. And so, yes, I would say anybody that wants to get this book, if you want to see the game the way a quarterback sees it, it will help you, even on defense. Do you guys know the DB from the Commanders, Sainstrill? Hopefully I said his last name right. He messaged me and he bought the book and he loved it. And he said he's never saw the game. I don't want to put the quote in his mouth, but it was something along the lines of, being able to see the game from a quarterback's perspective changed how he thinks about how he covers people. And that was really cool to see. And he saw the book because Dan Quinn has this book sitting in his office because I sent it to him and he was a former coach of mine. And so then Sainstrill went and he got the book. And it's just cool to see, like, no matter what level of football you're at, if you want, like, you can always learn from other people's perspectives. And that's why I wanted to write this book this way. And that's why it's called Think Like a Quarterback, because I think if everyone saw the game the way that quarterbacks do, because the quarterback is the only position that needs to see everything, then I think things would make a little bit more sense to people. But yeah, that's why I wrote the book and people like it. But you know where to get it, thedimelab.com. All right. Nice check down, easy peasy, third down. Got the first. Got the first. Like, nice. Nice. That's going to be a banked rep for him. To know that you can check it down in 3rd and 15 and get a first. Oh, man. I don't care what anybody says, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Cam Ward, dealing, signaling at the snap, swaggy stance, looking off the safety, slinger one, great ball, out of bounds, good coverage. Like, that's just good coverage. But I saw plenty from Cam Ward to know that if he was in a better situation, look, you're the number 1 overall draft pick, you're going to go to a bad team. If he was in a better situation, we'd be talking about him already. That was a little bit early. He definitely got there early. Cam's the truth. Hot Rod, if you're here, Roddy, maybe we take this Cam Ward section, trim it, and make it its own separate full YouTube video with a thumbnail, and we'll just do it live. No ad designation. We'll just leave it fresh. Like that, baller. Early, like it just didn't go his way. Play action, 4-man rush. Can he scramble? Man, let's go. For him to find somebody downfield that open, like his vision, Cam Ward has really good vision to everything that's happening on the field. For him to be able to see across the field, want to go over reads and protections? Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's go back to this. So what I'm going to say is it looks like we have a slide side and a man side, which man side would mean man-to-man, man-to-man, slide side. He's got a gap, he's got a gap, he's got a gap. That's how they're going to sort all this out. Running back, eyes over here. Looks like he's looking for extra presence on the right. Guy drops, they pass it off. He's going to come now help in the slide. There's 4-man rush. Running back gets out. Cam Ward, can't tell you his reads from this view, but that's kind of how like these pass pros work out. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. You kidding me? Look at this play by Cam Ward. You want to talk about back against the wall? Like, back against the wall, about to get smacked. And you got to throw it on a frozen rope over 3 guys. Dime. I saw everything I needed to see out of Cam Ward. I'm going to tell you right now, I saw everything I needed to see out of Cam Ward. All right, trips right plus. Watch the shell. We got 1 high shell. Safety comes down, rotates down low. 4-man front, but we've got lurk, like kind of low guys. You don't know exactly where the pressure is going to come from. Brings it off the backside. He bails out. Let's see it. See these guys, what they're getting to? This is really good defense. This is how you disguise cover 2 off an invert. We talk about this in Madden, cover 2 invert. They're blitzing. 1 high shell goes to cover 2. He's going to be your half field spot. He's a corner, but he's going to play like the half field safety. He's going to be your flat player. Whole shell is going to rotate, okay, at the snap. What does that mean? Well, hope to God we got a slide here and our man side and protections over here. If not, we're hot. We got the slide picked up. Cool. Cam Ward bounce around. Bang. Calvin needs to catch that. I mean, this is incredible, guys. Like, clip this. Clip this whole thing. This is going on Twitter later. Cam Ward, like, this is the shit that I'm saying. He is so good. He is so good. He's just not being helped out right now. And I think the Titans will get better. I do. But they need to get better fast. Pre-snap, 1 high look. They thought they had this rookie quarterback. Nah. Play action. Oh, shoot. He's putting hands on him because he wanted to go here. He thought it was going to get press man, no safety help, whatever. Okay, eyes over there. We're getting pressure off that side. Okay, cover 2, what does that tell me? That means the linebacker in Tampa is going to vacate. This is going to be your deep half player. And we've got a really good concept that I can get back when I get to the top of my drop, rip my eyes around, and see, does Calvin break in front of this Tampa 2 defender? Bam. And look at this. In the window, 2 deep, backside window, rips the cord. He made his decision when he patted the ball. Okay? And look at this, dude. Bam. Frozen rope drop. I love Calvin. He's got to catch it. He knows he's got to catch it. Like, let's watch it from this back view. Look at this, dude. Like, this is high level quarterback play from Cam Ward. He knows everything that's going on. The shell starts oh, dude, I'm hot and bothered right now. Can't even lie to you. We talk about protections in Madden. This is changing your pass pro scheme. So the shell, it's one high up top. You see one high safety over here, press man over here. You think, okay, 4-man front, wide techniques. Safety rotates down. We've got bunch over here, trips right bunch plus, running back is to the plus side of the formation. Cam Ward goes up, slides the protection this way. Okay, we're going to bank on the fact that we believe he's going to be blitzing. We're going to get a half slide this way, 1, 2, 3, all to a gap to the left. That puts man-to-man, man-to-man. Now, we're going to be hot, though, if our running back is out, if this guy blitzes off the slot. That is where our eyes are, like, as we get the ball, peripherals there, okay? Now you got to snap it. You're running down on the clock. He's coming. Okay, cool. We slide, half slide. Bam, got him. This guy drops out. Fine. We're going to lose a little bit of ground this way. We're reading it out. We know one high shell up top. We see press man. Oh, but this corner now, instead of press man, he is playing more of a cover two, like a cover two look. He's jamming him. Then he's going to soften up. Look at Cam Ward's eyes. And then also look at where he gets to the pocket. And there's a slide size here, feels the drop out here. Look at how he takes his drop this way, okay? Snaps his eyes around. Plant, rips, and delivers with a guy in his face versus a Tampa 2 that pre-snap was not Tampa 2. And bam. In the triangle, perfect ball location on a frozen rope. And it's a drop. Cam Ward. Absolute truth. Just not seeing it on the stat sheet yet, but you will. Clip that. Oh my God, that's a good clip. Kurt, is that your phone in your pocket or is it Cam Ward's QB playmaking? I shouldn't have read that out loud. This is a powered by EA sponsored stream. Oh my God. I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. We literally saw Cam Ward do that against one of the best defenses in football. That is trigonometry quarterback play. Cam Ward doing it in week 1. Silent count on the road, changing protection, knowing what he thought pre-snap was going to happen. It didn't happen. Knowing where his answer was post-snap. Like that is all pro level play from a quarterback that is in his first start ever in one of the toughest environments against one of the toughest defenses. That's all I got to say. I'm hot and bothered right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw Cam Ward do this in college. I called him 101 back in January, maybe December. I don't even know. Got a lot of flack for it. He's 101. I think Cam Ward could be the next Aaron Rodgers. Just need the team to step up. After we're done with Cam Ward, we are gonna stop. The show will be over, but we will do this again next week. And I will make sure that next week, guys, we have even more time to watch film because I feel like you guys really like this. I do. How do you get my playbook in Madden? You go to settings, you go to playbooks, and you go to Benkert Dime, scroll all the way to the end, and that's where it is. Also, guys, before we wrap it up, we still got more film to watch. Be sure to subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, throw a follow down. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate some of the donations that I saw come through. You guys do not have to donate. I appreciate it a ton. I'm just thankful to be able to do this post-playing, guys, for real. Again, if you're interested, you can check out all of my products at thedimelab.com. We've got my book, my footballs. We've got some really cool footballs on the way. We got some restocks on the way of some footballs that we sold out of. And big personal life news, business news. We are going into retail stores with our football company in the next 3 weeks, I believe. We're waiting on our retail boxes to come in. We will be there very soon. And I'm just going to say it. All of you guys that are watching live, we have not announced it yet. We're going into Shields. Those of you in the Midwest that have a Shields, some of you in Texas have a Shields. We are going into Shields. The Dime Lab footballs will be in Shields all across the country by the end of September, hopefully. All we're waiting on is our retail boxes to be finished up. And we will have our first retail experience going into Shields. Shout out to Shields. Shout out to the fam at Shields. Also, guys, if you really are feeling frisky, you can go on Twitter and at Shields and just send them a thank you for stocking their stores with at Kurt Benkert's footballs or at Kurt Benkert's balls. Both are acceptable. All right, let's finish the film. Also, guys, Kittle is on IR. Holy shoot. George Kittle on IR. Big implications for the San Francisco 49ers. Also, they're not even sure if Brock Purdy's going to play this week. Good God. Man. All right. Let's finish up the film. Where are we at here? We are fourth quarter, 3rd and 9. I mean, all I'm going to say is, guys, everything I saw to Cam Ward today is he made the most out of every situation. Money. Oh, come on. Dang, that was a good stop by their defense. Not even going to lie. That was a good stop. Good effort by Calvin. Nice job by Cam. Take it all the way down here. What was it, a muff or something? The book does translate to college. I will say the terminology and everything is more NFL based, but the book is just football 101 in my opinion. Football, honestly, like 2001, 3000 level course more so, but it is the foundation of football that you can apply anywhere. College, high school, NFL, Madden, flag football. Like there's stuff in there that I think is for everybody, especially in terms of coverages, strengths and weaknesses, and the quarterback drops. Like I made this like a college textbook, but concise for understanding football like it's played in the NFL. All right, Cam Ward, let's see. Play action. Strapped. It's got pressure. Doesn't really have anything here. I mean, I don't know. What are we running? It's tough. It's a tough sack to take, but they've got to find a way to give him better completions. I don't know what this little, what are we doing here? Full slide? Get him into empty. I did not see Cam Ward in empty enough. Made the first man miss, can't do anything. Everybody else is strapped. That's a big takeaway from this game. I need to see Cam Ward in empty, maybe empty with tight ends to chip. I don't like what they're asking him to do right now, and he's making the most of it. Good catch. Are we going to call this intentional grounding? I guess. Slightly not out of the pocket. Nothing he can do there. Man, hopefully he can stay healthy because it's looking rough behind this Titans O-line. But it is the Denver defense. Oh my God. Nice pocket movement. Way to get out of there. Holding. Like, man, Cam Ward did not get any help. Thankfully, the Titans have their quarterback. Unfortunately, they don't have much of anything else. They're going to pop out of there. Yep. Okay, how did I know they're going to pop out of there? Guys, how did I know they're going to pop out of there? You see the safety depth? These safeties would not be playing this deep if they have responsibility to cover this guy. So football 101. If these guys blitz, someone has to guard him. And the safety guarding him would not be guarding him from back here. He'd probably be right around here, like 8 yards or so. He's trying to show it, but they're too deep. As soon as you see pre-snap, those guys start to back up, you know that the underneath of the shell has to come and guard it, or else it's unsound defense, and then you can just pop it to this guy really quick. So, oh, man, close. Yeah, I actually have met Good Game Bro. He's an awesome dude. Okay, quick motion out. I want to see this from the end zone view. Gotta get those. Gotta get those. Gotta get those. Cam's seeing the field, and he's got the arm to make every single throw on the field. He just needs help. Tough catch, and he probably would have gotten killed. But it's a pretty damn good ball. Is this the end of the road here? We only got a couple left. We got 4 more left. No, we've got more. Yeah, a couple more left. I like his thought process here. Close. He just doesn't have that guy. I don't think he's that guy. That's Ellick, I believe. I don't think he's that guy. Oh my God. Catch the rock, big dog. Catch the rock. Oh, he even took some off of it too. He took some off of it. Great though. Look at this. That's tough. One more time. I'm just telling you guys, I'm seeing vintage Aaron Rodgers out of Cam Ward. A lot of green flags. Titans fans should be excited about their quarterback. Now it's on the rest of the organization to get the right people in to keep building it. And then the players got to make the plays. Oh my gosh, dude. Cam Ward? Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. We're going to stop it there. Cam Ward needs help. Cam Ward was slinging it, and Cam Ward looks like he could be an all-pro quarterback. But he needs help, and the Titans need to do right by him and bring in guys that can help, protect him up front, and let's just be honest, first start ever against the Denver Broncos, he is going to be a problem. But we'll see how it pans out. And cut. That'll be the cut of the video. Roddy, you can timestamp that for Hot Rod. Hot Rod might even be here. And then let me just do a quick little intro real quick for the YouTube video. 1 second, guys. Please hold. Please hold. All right. Hey, appreciate that, guys. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the donations. All right. We're going to do a quick little. This is the intro for the video, Hot Rod and Roddy. I am live on my show, the Kurt Benkert Show, powered by EA, and I'm breaking down film, and this is going to be a segment from the show watching Cam Ward's film. And Cam Ward showed us plenty of flashes to show us that he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The Titans just need to bring in guys to help him. Let's go see what the film says. Cut. Bang. Look at this. Efficiency. Max efficiency, gang. Let's get it. That's where we're going to wrap today, guys. Actually, no. One more. You guys asked for Michael Penix Jr. I'll show you Michael Penix Jr. I want to show you one play. I want to show you one play from Michael Penix Jr. that reminded me, honestly, of Cam Ward. Let's go get this pulled up. Got you. Ask and you shall receive. It was actually his last play of the game, last pass. Let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. This game, I want you guys to think about this. Everything that people talk about in the media is so swayed in outcome based, where outcomes are chance. This game would have been entirely different, talked about different, all of it. One, if Koo didn't miss his field goal, but two, if Hodge opens his eyes, guys, if Hodge opens his eyes and sees Cam Ward we just finished that film. Sees Michael Penix Jr. throw this ball. Look at the anticipation he threw this with. 1, 2, 3. Looked off the safety. First hitch, ball's out, okay? Ball's out. This guy is squatting at the sticks because he knows that if he tackles him in bounds, the game's probably over. They have no more timeouts. He goes to take a shot. Ball is out. Receiver gets by. Doesn't even know the ball's there. Doesn't even look for it. And it lands right over his shoulder. Right over his shoulder. Let's watch it from the other view. You'll be able to see. If he just looks like this ball was actually just as accurate, if not more accurate than the ball that Lamar Jackson threw to DeAndre Hopkins, where it would have landed if he didn't put his arm out. DeAndre Hopkins caught that one-handed touchdown pass. If Hodge, looks off the safety, first hitch, ball's out. Look at where this ball lands. He's looking back, doesn't even see the ball, right in front of his face, and lands in bounds, which means that trajectory wise, easy peasy. Probably could have two-handed it. And this game's talked about entirely different, and he knows it. And then they missed the field goal. But that's why I will always come in here. Whoop, boop, 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 boop. Here we go. I will always come in here and break it down from the way that I see it. Yeah, if it's Drake London, it's probably a catch. I will break it down the way I see it. I will try to keep everything in perspective. I don't think that film lies. I think film tells you things that the media won't. And that's why we'll always lean on it. And I'll just take my perspective that I have. And I'm not perfect. I'm not always right, but it's just my perspective. I'll add the film to it and we'll start talking about it. And that's what we're going to be doing a lot this year. We'll do it on the show. We'll do it on Twitter. We'll do it everywhere in between. But I appreciate you guys watching, man. I love being able to talk ball. Love being able to recap things. Loved our interview with Clef today. It was incredible. Learned a lot. Can't wait to watch the MCS tomorrow. It's going to be insane. And I'm really looking forward to diving into their schemes and whatnot. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all the guys behind the scenes that make this happen. Chase, Hot Rod, Roddy, dialing it in. All of our friends at EA, thank you so much. You guys don't get the love that you deserve. But until next time, I'm out. I'll be seeing you guys.